So let's now take a look at what each of the four principals of the defense as well as foreign domains in India and the US had to say during the 2+2 Ministerial Dialogue.
Indian Defence Minister Rajnath Singh and External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar met their counterparts from the United States government, Defence Secretary Lloyd Austin and Secretary of State Antony Blinken for the 5th 2+2 Ministerial Dialogue held in New Delhi on Friday.
The India-US bilateral relationship has seen a growing convergence of strategic interests and enhanced defence, security and intelligence cooperation. Defence remains one of the most important pillars of our bilateral relationship. Your visit to India is at a time when India and US are closer than ever before. In spite of various emerging geopolitical challenges, we need to keep our focus on the important and long-term issues.
The two largest democracies have held 2+2 meetings annually since 2018. Earlier, Secretary of State and Defense Secretary of the US received a warm welcome upon reaching New Delhi. Ahead of the summit, the leaders of the two countries outlined the agenda for this year's annual meet.
This meeting, this visit of yours, I think has a particular significance because one, we need to follow up on the Prime Minister's June visit and the President's coming here in September. So there's a lot of bilateral stuff we need to do. And two, of course, this is the 2+2, so we take a broader view of what we're doing. And then, of course, as Quad members, there's the Indo-Pacific that we're focusing on. And finally, we look at global regional issues, and I think what's happening in West Asia, Middle East, to you folks. That, I think, is a very big concern right now. I look forward to discussing those and other matters.
So it was wonderful to be in India. We're building on a rather remarkable year of engagement, and I think it's just evidence of the fact that we have not only the strongest bilateral partnership we've ever had, but also a regional one and indeed a global one. And that was further evidenced by India's leadership for G20 this year. And as Jai said, we have a lot to do, including with our defense colleagues. I'm very much looking forward to that. And I think it's further evidence of our resolute focus from the United States on the Indo-Pacific, our region for the future. And the future is actually now. And we're building it now. And we're building it together with India.
Meanwhile, the Defence Minister of India and the US Defence Secretary highlighted the importance of partnership between the two nations for ensuring a free, open and rules-bound Indo-Pacific and a stable world.
The India-US defense relationship has evolved into a strategic partnership characterized by mutual trust, shared values and a growing recognition of common interests in maintaining regional and global security. We increasingly find ourselves in agreement on strategic issues, including countering China's aggression, promoting a free and open Indo-Pacific, and addressing regional security challenges.
The strength of our partnership is rooted in the people-to-people ties that are the heart of our long-standing friendship. Together, our diplomats, entrepreneurs, and students are expanding our partnership in new domains, including clean energy, artificial intelligence, and semiconductors. Our increasingly strong ties give us all hope for the future of this partnership and for our common efforts toward a more secure world.
Ahead of the meeting, a statement by the US State Department said, United States-India relationship is one of the most strategic and consequential of the 21st century, highlighting the role the two countries can play in ensuring a stable and prosperous world.
The 2+2 ministerial level dialogues between the United States of America and India come at a time when there are tensions across the world, be it the Ukraine war that has been going on for over a year or the new conflict that has started in the Middle East between Israel and Hamas. And as the leaders of the two largest democracies sit and discuss these issues, there is finally hope that the outcome of this meeting will provide solution to the problems that threaten to destabilize the entire world. With camera person Bansi Dogra, Akshay Dongre, DD India.
And here's a report on the outcomes of the 2+2 India-US dialogue. Take a look.
2+2 Ministerial Level Dialogues between the United States of America and India come at a time when there are tensions across the world, be it the Ukraine war that has been going on for over a year or the new conflict that has started in the Middle East between Israel and Hamas. And as the leaders of the two largest democracies sit and discuss these issues, there is finally hope that the outcome of this meeting will provide solution to the problems that threaten to destabilize the entire world. With camera person Bansi Dogra, Akshay Dongre, DD India.
And here's a report on the outcomes of the 2+2 India-US dialogue. Take a look.
India and the United States reviewed the progress of their bilateral ties at the 5th India-US 2+2 Ministerial Dialogue held in New Delhi on Friday. The meeting was attended by India's Defence Minister Rajnath Singh and External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar. While from the US side, Secretary of State Anthony Blinken and Secretary of Defence Lloyd Austin attended the meeting. The ministers noted the substantial progress in transforming US-India relations across domains based on trust and mutual understanding.
We discussed of multiple partnerships, the trade and investment partnership, the technology partnership, partnerships relating to the emerging area of critical and emerging technologies, value chain and supply chain securitization of different products and services, partnership in the field of space, our continuing engagement in the field of mineral securities through the Mineral Security Partnership Framework, our common efforts in combating terrorism. These all and much more formed part of the overview of bilateral relationship that was undertaken by the principals earlier in the 2+2 dialogue.
The ministers reaffirmed their commitment to further deepen the multifaceted defence partnership. India and the United States will co-produce an infantry combat vehicle as part of defence industrial production.
Initial offer on several infantry combat vehicle systems has come from US. We have expressed our interest in discussing further to take the co-development and co-production part ahead. So this will take some time. We will work, our teams will work, industrial and military teams will work with the US industry and defense teams and come out with a concrete plan in this regard.
The ministers also appreciated the commencement of negotiations for a commercial agreement between General Electric, GE Aerospace and Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, HAL, to manufacture GE F414 jet engines in India.
Regarding the MQ-9B HAL, that is high altitude, long endurance, we have some understanding. We have given our request, letter of request has gone there and they have to respond. The US company has to take clearance from their government and come back to us.
Both countries also unequivocally condemned terrorism. India raised concerns regarding pro-Khalistani activities in Canada, with the US understanding India's concerns.
We have core security concerns, and I'm sure you're all aware of the recent video that has surfaced from one such individual, which poses I think this is Pathan Singh Pannu's video, which presents a very serious security concern for the Indian interest. And we have made our position very, very clear to our friends and partners, and I think they understand and appreciate that sense of where India comes from.
The ministers noted the growing partnerships among education and research institutions on both sides. The ministers applauded the growing trade and commercial partnerships and noted that in 2023 bilateral trade has the potential to cross US $200 billion despite a challenging global trade environment.